Hello, and welcome to the SoulFlow Experience podcast. I'm your host, Ebony Davis Martin, also known as Ebonaire, and this is Celebrate Tuesdays. If this is your first time with us, what we do on Celebrate Tuesdays is we celebrate life and we celebrate you, the autism moms, dads, and caregivers too. Why? Because it's Tuesday. And why not celebrate any day that we have a chance to live, love, laugh, smile, and be light for our exceptional loved ones and for ourselves? I'm an autism mom. I'm the mother of 3 adult children. And my youngest son, who is now 22 years old, is autistic. He was diagnosed at the age of 5. So I understand the overwhelm and busyness of life in loving and caring for an autistic loved one. For that reason, my podcast episodes are short, ranging from 20 seconds after this intro to 15 minutes of encouragement, shared experiences, and ways to overcome the challenges that we face so that we can live a life with more peace-filled moments every day. Why? Because you, my dears, are worthy and you are worth it. This is renewed strength for a renewed you. Together, we can achieve greatness. Let's begin. And welcome back. Today, we're talking about true self-care. If you go back to a previous episode, you will see part 1 for true self-care. And today we're going to discuss part 2 of true self-care. I'd like to first start by reminding you that true self-care is the practice, the process, the mindset of preserving or protecting one's own health, well-being, and happiness. As we discussed on part 1, we get misguided because we tend to think that self-care is the things that we do, going to the gym, taking a walk, reading, our hobbies, a glass of wine, going to the spa, having alone time. Those are things that we do, ways in which we implement self-care. Which again, let me just redefine. Self-care is the process, the practice, the mindset of preserving or protecting one's own health, well-being, and happiness. So that is true self-care, the process of it, the mindset of it, compared to ways in which we implement it. It's important that we know this in order for it to be the most meaningful and effective. I used to think, well, why do any self-care? There'd never be enough time to feel the relief of the stress and overwhelm, so why do it at all? I used to actually think that way. Well, I found it to actually be absolutely necessary to implement the mindset, the practice of self-care, because otherwise we compromise our mental well-being. In order to be that strong, resilient autism mom or dad or caregiver, we have to be strengthened from the inside out so that all of our love and our advocacy and the joy and getting through each day can occur in the most positive way possible, despite whatever is going on around us. We have to be that rock for our loved one. So that's why I am sharing with you today the differences between the mindset, because I don't want you to think, oh, I didn't get to the gym today, or oh, I couldn't read that book. I didn't have a time to sit in the tub and take a long soak, and so I missed out today. Well, that may be true in one sense, But in the fullness, if we have the mindset of self-care, the process of it, of putting ourselves in the mix, adding ourselves to our list once, twice, even 3 times a day. What's 1 minute? What's 3 minutes? What's 5 minutes a day or at a time to think about your goals, your desires, your hopes, your dreams? I'm talking more than just having that morning cup of coffee or that you might happen to be the only one up and you're reflecting on the day. That's great. That's awesome. It's amazing. But take a moment throughout the rest of the day. A moment here, a moment there. My go-to spot, everyone knows I communicate it all the time, is in the restroom. I have my most ultimate peaceful moments in the restroom. And I think about what brings me joy, what I can do to maintain inner peace of mind so that I can remain resilient and strong, even when things are challenging and tough. How else do I bounce back and get back up and get back into it? Because I take those moments throughout the day. I also like to share with you this conceptually. So, true self care, I said, is the mindset, it's the process because we have to preserve and protect our health and our well being. And it's not just the things that we do. So, if we get the concept of it as a mindset, then we can better implement the ways in which to carry it out. So, just as, for example, healthy lifestyle. A healthy lifestyle is not defined by carrots or apples or flax seeds or anything that we might consume. Those are the things, the ways that we implement the healthy lifestyle. Healthy lifestyle, as defined by the World Health Organization, is a complete state of mental, physical, and social well being beyond just the mere absence of disease. It's the mindset, it's the sum, it's the whole of it. So self care is more than just what we do to have less stress. It's more than just the ways that we implement it. It's the outlook and perspective that we have about ourselves, where we put ourselves onto our own list because we're important too. We do everything else for everyone else. How do we keep doing that? We have to put ourselves in there too. That's where we get our inner strength, our resilience. We have to remember our worth, our worthiness, so that the action, the practice of doing the thing, the implementing the self care, so that it becomes meaningful and effective. Namaste. The divine in me sees the divine in you. You are worthy and you are worth it.